Rick, we got it done in the end. Finally beat these lot. We're coming out the cold, wrapping up the fan cams in the warm in hotel football. Thanks for the central heating. But we got there in the end, didn't it? It was a really poor first half, very poor. I thought Wolves were very comfortable. They could have scored, probably should have scored. Goal rightly disallowed for offside to the letter of the law, but you never know with VAR now.
Handball, wasn't it?
Handball. Yeah, sorry, not offside. Yeah, handball. And it looked like the game was going to be decided by a fine margin, and it was with a great finish, a great bit of play from Martial and a great finish from Mata.
Yeah. First of all, I don't want people to underestimate how good Wolves are.
Yeah.
Wolves are a really, really top side these days. You know, they won at City. They were dead unlucky to lose at Anfield only the other week. 1-0 again. And again, a goal that could have been disallowed. They had to look at VAR, and some people thought it was handball, and Liverpool got the look of the draw with that. But then Wolves also equalised when one of them where his toe was an inch offside or something. So Wolves are a really top side. So to draw 0-0 with them away and to win 1-0 at home, no matter how the game went, is like a really plucky performance. It's a proper positive, yeah. There's no point in looking at that as a negative. No point whatsoever.
What was our performance? Because I saw some resolute defending. I thought we was organised in large parts. Because for how dominant Wolves might have been in possession, because they're well drilled, I didn't feel that Romero had to work awfully hard. He had one save, I thought, but I did feel that we struggled to create the same themes that we see with this side.
I agree with you, but you know, and you said like how was our performance? Our performance in the first 20 minutes was just dead lucky, nothing else. Dead lucky. They had all the play and a couple of chances, and then obviously the VAR decision. So that was dead lucky. But as I said, they're a top side. So over the season, we've struggled to break down the likes of Aston Villa, the likes of Everton, the likes of Crystal Palace beat us here. Don't be too upset about us struggling to break down Wolves. I mean, the games that I've just mentioned as well, I've said on here before, it's so vital that you start by keeping clean sheets, and Matic helps with that. He didn't play against Crystal Palace when we got beat 2-1. He didn't play here against Aston Villa when we drew 2-2. He didn't play here when we drew 1-1.
So you think he was instrumental in that?
He's absolutely instrumental. It keeps you in the game. It keeps all the players on a big up, and against Wolves, they're not playing with as they call it. I hate that phrase, but they call it a low block these days. They're not playing with a low block. We're not dominating possession, dominating the game. It's a proper. I was about to say an even game, but I'll watch it again later. But I think they probably edged it.
At times in the first half. I mean, I think Saeed said in one of the fan cams he was almost in awe of Wolves at sometimes the way they were moving the ball, and you know it's not nice. It's not you got to not look at the name of the badge, the name of the club. You got to look at player for player, system for system, manager for manager of what's going on right now, where they're at with their teams. And I saw one team that was completely well drilled. They all knew their jobs. They've played a 5-2-3. They've just got Moutinho and Neves in there against our three midfielders, and they're just getting loads of space. You've got Traore going at it. Jimenez looks after the ball ever so well. Neto getting at it. You know, they are quality. You're right. And then at the back, they're so organised from Cody across the whole back five. But I just felt that in order to win that game, we were always going to have to just show just a moment, and we did. And let's talk about that. I mean, Martial bounces the defender, gets the right side of him, knows when to hold on to the ball and let it in.
Brilliant.
And then Mata with the finish.
Mata's finish was absolutely fantastic. There'll be loads of people later on saying
Matic and
Mata. Look, at the end of the day, we have done better since they've come in, but that could change it in a moment. And I know there'll be loads on. If they both, I mean, Matic will almost certainly play at Anfield. Mata might not. He might leave him out for more energetic players. I don't know. I'd play Mata. Forget the energetic players. Pick the players that control it and pass it. Let's not need so much energy. Certainly for the first 70 minutes anyway. That's what I'd do. I want to come back to that about Mata as well. But where was it then? The Liverpool away on Sunday. We could go and get beat 4-0. It could easily happen. And there'll be people on here saying, Where's Rick now with his Matic and Mata? But it can happen whoever plays. Before tonight's game, they're a top side. We could have lost tonight, whoever plays.
You're not saying with these two players in,
these two players don't change
invincible.
everything. We're not invincible, we're just better. And we are better. I don't care, I do care, but if we get beat 6-0 at Anfield with them two playing, we're still a better team with them two playing than when they're not playing, without any shadow of a doubt.
Do you know what, since... I do like to take things into context. I like to take all different fan opinions and actually think about them sometimes. And the Mata thing I've put to a lot of fans, because when you did say actually he's okay, he might be slightly older and stuff, but the quality he still possesses, and up here you can't say that Mata doesn't have more quality on the ball than Lingard. You can't say that Mata doesn't have better quality on the ball than Pereira
and Fred
and Fred in terms of quality and decision making and execution. Yes, Ollie's going to go for slightly more energy in Pereira, and he probably will do that against Liverpool with their midfield. But I like the fact that a lot of fans are actually saying, because I've said, should Mata get more game time? Should he be playing against the bigger sides, not just against Norwich when we need to? Should he actually play when it really, really, really matters against the top teams? And some people are saying, well, yeah, Pereira's decision making is not great. Lingard's been missing for God knows long. Then we don't have any other number 10s. Gomez isn't getting a kick. Rashford came on for 16 minutes. I think he took a bad fall. Looked like his lower back or hip from where I was. Couldn't see it properly. Solskjaer said in the press conference, I would like to rest him where I can, but he's got bags of energy. He's in the form of his life. Is he being mismanaged? Does Rashford need to have a little bit of more about him to say, I need the rest, even though that's not really in him? Or because the games are coming this quickly, because our squad depth isn't that good, and he is missed goals right now, he does have to play all these games. Should he have come off the bench today as well?
I don't know. The answer is the answer is too quick to your long question. I don't know. If he thinks he should play every week, that's how he feels about his body. If Ollie thinks he needs a rest, Ollie thinks, I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He seemed okay at the weekend. I didn't know that he needed a rest tonight. If I was the manager tonight, I probably would have played him. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Marcus Rashford, but he had a good game at the weekend. So tonight, I probably would have played him.
What does it do to our squad for Liverpool? Does it change the way we have to play without Rashford, or
no, I don't think
you
so.
Stick Dan James out there?
Dan James can go in that position.
Mata on the right for you?
I'd still pick Mata anyway, I wasn't happy with Fred tonight. I thought Pereira came on, give it away too cheaply a couple of times. Not happy with Pereira. We're going to have a right struggle at Anfield, I think, a right struggle. We're desperate for McTominay to come back. I said to you, I remember
He's not going to be back anytime soon.
I remember saying to you after Newcastle away, McTominay and Matic should be our central pairing.
Do you think them two are not too similar? Or
not at all. No. We need players. If McTominay was to take Fred's place, don't tell me that McTominay's not going to do a better job than Fred.
You think?
But Fred gives it away too cheap. He's not as big, he's not as strong, he doesn't win his challenges. We just will be. We've been proved, without any doubt, Matic has now played 5 or 6 games, and we've been better since he came back. We will be better if McTominay comes in next to him. We'll be better again. And if we get this lad, I've not watched enough of this Fernandes. I'm just thinking, I don't want to forget about what I say about Mata. But if this Fernandes comes in, if he's what he's all cracked up to be, and I'm not saying he is, I'm not seeing him enough, but if he is, if we get McTominay and Matic together and let him go forward from that base of them two defending, and when I say defending, look at Matic today, regularly he's within 10 yards of their box and getting the ball and passing it, or sidestepping people and passing it. He doesn't hang back there when we're on top. The team moves up and down the pitch together. You know, if Matic is playing, if we've got them under pressure, the back four are on the halfway line, and he's 15 yards inside their half, and he's there ready to receive a pass. And then if there's a loose ball, he steps forward again onto that. So don't think that he's just hanging back. And the same applies to McTominay, except with a bigger engine. And I also like a right foot and a left foot. So McTominay's right-footed, Matic is left-footed. If them two play together and we've got another good player next to him who can attack like this Fernandes supposedly, we could just be I'm not saying like Liverpool and City, but we could be getting somewhere.
Okay. Finish off on the Mata.
I want to say the one Mata thing. He started at Wolves, and I've had people saying to me, he got 2 assists. He started at Wolves, then we played City and he didn't play. Then he started against Norwich, and obviously a lot of people saying it was only Norwich, but he scored. He made 2 of the goals against Norwich, and loads are saying it's only Norwich. But he's now played tonight, so he started 2 in a row, which is dead rare.
2 assists, 1 goal.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll go on Twitter and ask Statman Dave to look this up. I wouldn't be surprised if Mata has not started 2 games in a row under OLE. And he gets 2 assists against Norwich and starts again tonight.
And scores, wins the game.
Well, yeah, he scores and wins the game. Another thing about tonight, when he brought on the 2 subs at the same time, which was Rashford and Pereira. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Rashford and Pereira.
For Greenwood and James.
I was staggered he didn't take Mata off. Not that I would have took him off.
Yeah. But
he always does.
Yeah,
he always does.
Yeah.
So after playing 1 game and making 2 goals, he keeps him in the team, which is a rarity. And then he doesn't sub him when he brings 2 subs on, which is a rarity.
Then he goes on to
it almost strikes me as though OLE has only just decided that he's a good player in the last week or 2. I don't get it.
See you Sunday. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.